Have you ever noticed how life seems to have this uncanny knack for knocking you down, often right at the moment you start to feel like you're finally making progress? It's almost as if the universe is testing you, seeing how much you can handle before you break. I know I've felt that way more times than I can count. But let me ask you something. What if I told you that every single setback, every failure, every no you've ever heard is actually an invitation? Not a dead end, but a doorway to something deeper, something stronger within you. It's an invitation to build something unbreakable inside yourself, to discover a part of you that maybe you didn't even know existed, a part that refuses to give up, no matter how many times you fall. See, resilience isn't something you're born with. It's not written in your DNA, and it doesn't come with a manual. It's something you learn, often the hard way, through trial and error, through falling and getting back up over and over again. It's not a magic trait reserved for the lucky few or the so-called strongest among us. It's not about being fearless or never feeling pain. In fact, it's the opposite. It's about feeling every bit of that pain and still choosing to move forward. Resilience is a muscle, and like any muscle, you gotta work it. You have to put in the reps, day after day, even when you don't see results right away. It's built in the quiet moments, in the small decisions, in the times when nobody else is watching. Every time you face a challenge, you get a choice, to crumble under the weight of it, or to grow because of it. And that choice, made again and again, is what shapes who you become. And growth, trust me, that's where the magic happens. That's where you start to see what you're really made of, and you realize you're capable of more than you ever imagined. Let me break it down for you, because sometimes we need to hear it straight. When life throws you a curveball, you lose a job, your plans fall apart, somebody you trust lets you down. It hurts. It's real, and it's raw. There's no sugarcoating it. Sometimes it feels like the world is against you, and you wonder if you'll ever catch a break. But you know what's even more real? That tiny, persistent voice inside you that whispers, "Get back up." It's quiet, but it's powerful. It's the part of you that refuses to be defined by your setbacks. You don't have to have it all figured out. Nobody does, no matter how put together they might seem on the outside. Life is messy, unpredictable, and sometimes downright unfair. But what you do need is that spark, that little flicker of hope that says, maybe, just maybe, I can try again. That's where resilience begins. It's the decision to try again, even when it seems impossible, even when your confidence is shaken and your heart is heavy. It's about taking that first step, no matter how small. Think about every hero you look up to, every story that inspires you. None of them got there without facing adversity. In fact, it's their struggles that make their stories worth telling. The secret isn't that they never failed, it's that they learned from every failure, every mistake, and used it as fuel to keep going. The real secret is they never gave up. They kept showing up, kept trying, kept believing that tomorrow could be better than today. So here's my challenge to you. Next time you fall, don't just get back up. Get back up stronger, wiser, and more determined than before. Let every setback be a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Instead of seeing failure as the end, see it as a lesson, a chance to grow in ways you never expected. How can I use this pain, this disappointment to fuel my next move? How can I turn this moment into the beginning of something new? Remember, resilience isn't about ignoring your struggles or pretending everything is fine. It's about facing them head on, about being honest with yourself and others about what you're going through. It's about saying, yeah, this is tough, but I'm tougher. It's about finding strength in your vulnerability and courage in your scars. If you're feeling broken right now, it's okay. You're not alone. We all have moments when we feel like we can't go on, when the weight of the world feels too heavy to carry. That's just proof you've been tested. It means you've been brave enough to try, to care, to put yourself out there. And that's something to be proud of. The cracks? That's where the light gets in. That's where healing begins, and where your true strength starts to shine through. And piece by piece, day by day, you build your unbreakable spirit. It's a slow process, but every small victory counts. Every time you choose to keep going, you're adding another layer to your resilience. So keep going, even when it's hard, even when you want to quit. Especially then, you're not just surviving, you're becoming. You're evolving into someone who can handle whatever life throws your way. Someone who inspires others just by refusing to give up. And trust me, the world needs what you're building. Stay unbreakable. Your story isn't over yet. In fact, it's just getting started.